Good morning, students, and a very warm welcome to you all. In the last session, we got acquainted with the various written sources of history. Today, we will study about the oral sources of history. So, let us begin. Oral sources are the sources or evidences that are not recorded anywhere in the written form but are passed from one generation to other orally. Oral sources or oral history tells us various aspects of folk life through folk literature. Folk life means the traditions, activities, skills, and products such as handicrafts of particular people or a group. Folk literature means it is a collection and study of historical information about individuals, families, important events of everyday life. Oral sources include folk songs, povadas, ovis, shlokas, abhangas, gatha, proverbs, myths, and legends. Let us see the meanings of these words. Ovis is a poetic meter used in Marathi poems for rhythmic prose, generally used in narrative poems. Folk song, a song that is traditionally sung by the common people of a region and forms part of their culture. The povadas are a kind of ballad written in an exciting style and narrate historical events in an inspiring way. The composers cum singers of the povadas are known as shahirs. Shlokas. Shlok is a poetic form used in Sanskrit, the classical language of India. Abhanga. Abhang or Abhangas is a form of devotional poetry sung in praise of the Hindu god Vitthal, also known as Vithoba. Gatha is a Sanskrit term for song or verse. Proverbs. Proverb is a short saying that is widely used to express an obvious truth. Legends, a story coming down from the past, especially one popularly regarded as historical although not verifiable. History. History is written with the help of three types of sources, that is, material sources, written sources, and oral sources. Also, after it has been written down, research on it goes on continuously. New sources and information come to light through this research. Then, history has to be written accordingly. Means the revision of historical records can reflect new discoveries of facts, evidences, and the explanation which then results is revised history, which at a basic level is a common and not controversial process. Thus, we can see that our history books and those of our parents and grandparents differ to a certain extent. Children, we studied the three sources of history in detail. How will we come to know that the sources are genuine or authentic? Means really true or fake. We have to take necessary precautions related to these sources. Their quality can be determined with the help of internal standards. Means the standard or set of rules that have been set to verify the authenticity of the information. We also have to study the integrity of the writers, means how honestly they have written, and their personal interests, the period in which they live, and the political pressures, means whether they are pressurized by famous leaders to write history according to their view or as they want it. It is also important to see whether they rely on hearsay or an eyewitness account, means depend on the information received from other people, which is usually a mixture of truth and untruth, or is a description given by someone who was present at an event. We also need to consider the exaggerations, metaphors, and other literary sources they use, means making it more real than what it is and not literally applicable. Their information has to be verified with the help of contemporary sources, means we have to check whether the information is true, accurate from the people who lived or things from the same time period. The information may be one-sided, contradictory or exaggerated. It has to be seen in a proper perspective, means the information can be different and has to be also seen from other person's point of view. The sources have to be subjected to a critical analysis. The author's impartiality and neutrality are very important in writing history. Means, finally, the sources have to be identified deeply to what the writer's purpose or opinion is, whether he is fair and not supporting any side or person while writing history, because if the information reaching us is not correct, it may hold back our knowledge, which is not really good. Students, do remember, all the sources are valuable and are important in our life. It is our responsibility to use and preserve them carefully. With this, we end our session here. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.